everybody. This is Coach Joey Brockoff, and welcome to This Week in Slidell. Let's start off at the volleyball courts. We had two teams make it to the volleyball state tournament in Lafayette, the North Shore Lady Panthers and the Pope John Paul Lady Jaguars. The North Shore Panthers, they, in the quarterfinals, defeated Sam Houston 3-1. But then in the semifinals, they lost to the future champion, the Dominican, 3-0. The Pope John Paul Lady Jaguars swept North Lake Christian in the quarterfinals. In the semifinals, they defeated Sacred Heart 3-2. In the championship game, they fell to the number 1 seed Newman Greenies 3-0. And now let's move on to the high school gridiron. We had 3 teams make it to the playoffs, all 3 competing in Division I non-select. Unfortunately, 2 of them had to play each other, and it was North Shore with a late rally to defeat the Salmon Spartans 21-14, and they will play at Southside next week. The Slidell Tigers put up 55 points against Hammond and cruised to a 55-22 victory. They will host Westgate next week. We have high school basketball starting this week. On the girls' side, on Monday, the North Shore Lady Panthers will host Albany. On Tuesday, the Slidell Lady Tigers will travel to Cabrini. The Salmon Spartans will travel to STA. And the Pope John Paul Lady Jaguars will go to First Baptist. On Wednesday, the Salmon Lady Spartans will travel to Carr, and Pope John Paul will host Hannon. On Thursday, the Slidell Lady Tigers will host Dominican. On Friday, First Baptist will host West St. John. And on Saturday, Salmon will host the North Shore Lady Panthers. On the boys' side, on Tuesday, Salmon will go to Slidell. On Wednesday, Slidell will host George Washington Carver. On Thursday, Slidell will go to North Shore. And First Baptist will host Lutheran. On Friday, Slidell will go to Shaw. Pope John Paul will go to Crescent City. And on Saturday, the Slidell Tigers will go visit the Shaw Eagles. Now for this week's soccer schedules. On the boys' side, on Monday, the Slidell Tigers will host Christ Episcopal. On Tuesday, North Shore will host Dutchtown. On Wednesday, Slidell will host the International High School of New Orleans. And on Saturday, Slidell will host Bourgeois, and North Shore will travel to Acadiana. On the girls' side, on Monday, the Slidell Lady Tigers will travel to West Feliciana. On Tuesday, North Shore will travel to Lakeshore, and Salmon will travel to Bonneville. On Wednesday, Salmon will travel to Hammond. Pope John Paul goes to Mandeville. On Thursday, Slidell will host Walker. And on Saturday, Slidell will host Bourgeois, and the Pope John Paul will host Walker. And that's all the action we got for this week. Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and this is Coach Joey Brockoff, and I'll see you at the ballpark.